I'm Erie.
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
Well, I found this place by accident. I'm looking for a plaque that was removed from the obelisk. I'm looking for Kabash.
Ah, Kabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago.
You're Kabash, aren't you?
I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to.
Many years? How did you escape the...
The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you.
Yes.
Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the golden...
Uh-huh. Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Do we have to use his name? Yeah.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Generally, yes. Generally, yes.
And to what extent? In every situation?
In most situations.
So, you're not entirely confident?
No.
That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates once said. To paraphrase, better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know. It is because knowledgeable people have learned enough to know they know very little, in the broader scheme of things.
Right?
You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable.
Maker,
Because
hello.
our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people.
Yep, that
But under
is
the golden rule, morality matters.
very true.
The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution.
Mm-hmm.
So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose... No, well, whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
That's a rough question. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct? I'm a humanitarian. I believe and think and act in ways that I believe benefits the people around us, that improves the world, that makes the world a better place, that is... I act in a manner where I choose to bring no pain. So that's my morality, that's my ethics. So is morality a system? This is the answer I'm leaning on. I think there's more than one.
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
The correct moral code depends on the laws and customs of whichever society you're in. Maybe there's no correct morality. That's what I'm more leaning towards.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
We are way too fluid. We change on a whim. So that... Suppose we just haven't figured it out yet? I think there's no such thing as correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
I think we need to decide for ourselves. I think we need to follow the laws and customs of our community. No, because if we fall into that trap, then that allows corruption to set root. If we can act and decide for ourselves, it's more selfish in a way, but it's very dependent on a person to have to be a moral person.
So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is right, then is it right?
No, that's absurd.
I agree. But why? Didn't you just say right and wrong depends on the individual?
But it's worse in a society. If he feels it's right to kill his wife, then he's confused or sick.
I see. So you get to decide right from wrong. The people who
Oh, stranger.
What makes you special?
Ooh, that's a solid answer. Empathy.
Empathy? The emotion? Let me ask you this. Imagine you were forced to choose between the death of your beloved spouse and the death of two innocent strangers. Knowing there will be no
Railroad
legal consequences, who would you mark for death?
Ooh. Ooh. I mean,
of course, everyone would. Our empathy, like a siren song calling us away from our true path, would lure us toward the greater evil.
wow.
Can such a beguiling thing be a reliable cornerstone for anything, let alone the perfect moral code?
Did say innocent strangers. I suppose not.
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
I mean, okay, even this do not kill thing can be argued in some circumstances. Now, in cold blood, absolutely not. But as a punishment to an equal crime, perhaps. Fair
If
point.
there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them.
I'm screenshotting that.
And
I'm
so we
saving that.
must
I'm
accept
pasting
their
that on my wall.
limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that
Who
can be
are you?
approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as
That's a
protector,
discussion to be had,
and
Maker.
life under tyranny
I won't
is no
jump to
utopia
make that
at all.
statement. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all. I can agree with that.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you. Do you know where I can find a plaque that was removed from the obelisk?
Seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
Yes.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
And tell me where Kabash
I
is.
will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know.
Okay.
Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the
Oh.
Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead.
Yes.
And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
This level of skepticism seems very, I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
Yeah. How did it get here?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden.
Bizarre.
Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is
Yang
best
from the
to
Greeks?
head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
What's in
There
there?
are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
All right. Okay. So what's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past?
How
for
did you
company?
survive past
It's a long story.
goldenizing gildings? How did you survive the past gildings?
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life.
And a
I
lesson
woke
was
up on the
learned that
boughs of
day.
the Sticks at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule.
True.
So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Ah. Ah. Okay. So, why can't you tell me your
I
name?
fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Fair. Okay. No. All right. Well, I'm sorry you have to live underground without a name. How have you survived down here?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the Temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Oh.
As you wish.
Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, would I be living like this?
Fair. Fair. Okay, very fair. All right, I'll be going
I
now.
enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. This is quite the catacombs you've created here. I don't know if I'm ready to kind of go on to these. There's the catacombs down. Oh, okay, okay. A large tub that's been converted into a rather eccentric bed. Haha, as long as it's comfy, right?
Ah, you've returned.
Only temporarily. How do I get down there? And also, what's over here? Alright, let's accomplish one thing. Let's accomplish one thing here and now. Let's try to get that Egyptian scroll.
You've returned.
Okay, alright. Okay, well. This might be a bit of a challenge. Because there's some mummies down here. I was not expecting mummies in this game, but here they are. Here we got mummies. And skeletons. But at least we don't have golden statues following our gaze. So this is not necessarily the afterlife. This is just Hades, or whoever the god of death is, their play place, honestly. This isn't even properly the afterlife. It's just, on occasion, Charon will bring people down here if they have coin. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing through the world there. Alright, nothing here. Had to check. Took the game as Greek, but the others... how did these end up down here? Yeah, how did you get down here? Seems to be locked from the other side, huh? Okay. You're safe. This place may not be as safe as you hope it is there, hermit friend. I know it was, Maker. I actually kind of appreciated that one. Which is rare for me, I'm sure you know. Alright. Guess we'll have to carry on down this way, because that other door's locked. Oh boy. Problem! Nobody told me there were golden zombies! Fork! There's another one there. Gotta hit him in the head. Can I get my arrows back? I'm down to 13. This is a problem. Oh, man. I'm not prepared to die. Oh, that's Horus. Uh-huh. An Egyptian plaque which translates to the many shall suffer for the sins of one. Oh. The rules have not changed at all then, have they? That does make it hard to pin him down. Rome was known for so long. Too many philosophers and speakers choose, right? If you're trying to figure out who that fella is. An Egyptian-looking man. Looks like he was running. Any more zombies? Yep, there's one. Are you just hanging out below me? Yeah, you're just hanging out below me. Just die. Okay, so it takes 5 arrows, if not a headshot. Got it. And they're fast, too. That's a problem. That's a real problem. Any more of you want to come alive? I'm sure some of you do. Okay, there's dogs. Interesting. Did say he's been going on for longer than people know. Yeah, we're down here in Egyptian's version of hell. An Egyptian statue of a lion. The inscription is only partially visible. 2 words make out acre and beneath. Okay, which one of you jerks wants to come into life? Any of you? Oh, you're fine. Game took on horror vibes very quickly. I kind of love it. An Egyptian plaque, which translates to... Okay, we already know that. They were all running this way. So much Anubis. A Nubian. Hi, friend. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Let's quick save real quick, though. Because I keep forgetting that's the thing we can do. Hey there. How's it going? Okay. Alright.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you?
Hi. I'm Eerie. Who are you?
I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors.
Not necessarily. Do I look Greek-Roman to you?
Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
I'm just looking for an Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you?
No.
I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
Wait, did I mean Osiris? Is Osiris the god of Egyptian death? I think Osiris is. My bad. Alright, a plaque. Says Osiris, Lord of Silence. I'll take it, thank you. That was a little too easy.
Now, as for the other plaque.
The 4th plaque. What do you know about that?
Indeed, I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
May I have it? Sounds like a good time to mention the Greek spelling of Egyptian god Thoth is... Get out of here!
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
How so?
I will tell you. But first, do you know what this place is?
Not really, no.
Look around you. This place is the remains of the Duat, the underworld.
I mean, I
of
could have
my
guessed. I didn't want to be
ancestors.
rude.
See what
Presumptuous.
has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story. And here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them.
Ah, that's
When
familiar.
They found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld. They desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades.
Ha!
Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron.
This
As if
is...
that desecration was not enough. They built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto.
I love
and
it.
the cycle began anew.
I love it so much. This is actually a really cool way to tell this story. Ah, this is really good. Okay, all right. So what's the problem with the plaque?
It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so,
The
it
Mesopotamians.
would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us. And that my people did
So where's
to
the
them
devil then?
what the
I don't
Greeks
know. The
Romans
Christians
did
have
to us.
arrived.
But this I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say?
You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
God, like, is any of these gonna make a difference? Stop, I need
You are
that.
too late. It is done.
Shit. Now I'm gonna have to go in after it.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
We'll see. First, I have some questions
If it
for you.
will help you to see reason, then ask.
Okay. What do you think is down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is it would be unwise to venture down there.
Well, yeah, okay, all right. Hey, main character, dude I'm playing as, is basically on the same mentality as me. Yeah, that just makes me want to go down there even more.
Is everyone so contrary where you are from? Do not even consider it.
Advanced. It's not Bikini Bottom, but what is the place? Okay. Anyways, do you know a way out of here?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
Yeah, as you destroy potentially something even older than you, Mesopotamia. All right. Yeah, we'll hear
I
your
am
story
from
out.
Lakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs.
What a grateful
I awoke
fuck.
on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
Interesting. Yeah, there are. That is true. But it was more tribal communities then, wasn't it? Like Mesopotamia, I need to relearn history in many regards. I don't know. The way I was taught was that Mesopotamia was like the one first true human city, like the coming together. And just saying that out loud does feel wrong. So I'm not going to be beholden to that thought. But I would be curious to learn more. I'm also kind of curious if it's like Aztec or Mayan. This thing that he's dropping down. He dropped down to the hole. All right, let's
Good.
go.
Be gone from this place.
I will
Wait.
not.
You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Definitely.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up.
Yes, I need that tablet.
We shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. You see. Ah, Sumerian. Okay, yeah. I didn't even think about Sumerian. Okay. Well. All right. How on earth are we going to get out of here? I do not have the arrows. Hi. Hello. How's it going, friends? I do not have the arrows to deal with more zombies. If there's more zombies down here, I am in trouble. This is bizarre. Alright, it's auto-saving. That doesn't make me feel good. You place a civilization developed independently, plus I'm kind of confused how it handles religions like Hinduism. Yeah, right? I mean, this game is trying to tell a certain story of, like, history being overwritten and overwritten and overwritten. And I think it's doing a beautiful job of it. I don't think it could possibly cover all of those regards. Okay, that was pointing in a direction. There are some statues that point. I'm curious as to what's going on over here. Oh, an eroded set of barricades. Look, the Sumerians were trying to defend themselves from something. Yeah. Did you do it? Did you do a good job? That's a boulder if there ever was one. I cannot proceed. Okay. I don't think I should drink this water. Alright. Follow the pointing one. Got it. Ancient stone tablet. Ooh. Stranger, heed the final words of Namkuzu. Bear witness to our aftermath. and lament us. We did our best to live as the gods commanded. We planted and harvested together. We shared bread and beer. We accepted newcomers with open arms as if family. But with each newcomer, the bonds of our family strained, and soon they were as strangers to each other. And when those bonds were finally broken, my brothers and sisters planted only for themselves, and ate and drank alone. And then it was there, in the empty space between us, that sin took root. Nurgle's sentinels have been awoken, and clamor at our barricades. Learn from our Miz. No, I'll never know what it was going to say! Alright. Hi. Hello. It really does. This gotten linear with me. Oh boy. Oh wow. Corroded brass plate. Corroded brass plate with the Sumerian markings on it. It appears to be a pressure plate for some kind of trap. I don't want to step on it then. It feels like a generally bad idea. Trying to barricade themselves from the sentinels. It's really weird. There's no rock for me to put on it. Otherwise I would. That's what I was actually going to look for, was like, if there was anything I could grab and pick up. I can't pick up the barricades. Alright, saving. Oh boy! Ah, there's your rock! Wow! I feel like that might have been a mistake. Oh, okay. I know, those poor statues, they didn't deserve that. Alright. I'll just step right over it. Don't mind me. Can't break through that, though, apparently. Your barricades mean nothing. They can't keep me back. No. I'm not doing it again. I will not. I refuse. Okay, admittedly, I'm curious. How can I resist? It's a giant tumbling boulder. I'm really curious if the water levels are going to rise now. That's interesting.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction.
Kabosh, no!
It was a promise. You will die here.
There's no need for this to end in violence!
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld.
Do you not
You
get it, dude?
If not with bloodshed.
You said the words out loud!
Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, Why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. There's no shame in building on the works of the people who came before you. I'm just trying to replace the plaques taken from the desecrated obelisk. I don't know. I just... God, all of these are... I did just quick save. It's fine. Lucifer! Thank you for the points toward the Storytime Challenge. How are we doing on that? Okay, we're less than 50% of the way there. I'm really gonna have to start getting writing. I've only got like a little bit down. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ha 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 ha. SkyJ! Oh no! It's growing! Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's not going to let it surface, though. He will refuse that, right. This, he's not going to hear reason.
Then you admit it. You wish to destroy the sacred beliefs of my people.
Oh boy, everybody.
I will not allow this.
There's no winning that, is there?
Many of my ancestors endured great hardship
to
live
Thank
good
you.
lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death
Skyjack,
and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies
Yes!
all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
Yes! Isn't it a good person isn't being a good person worthwhile pursuit in and of itself?
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
Even if your beliefs were, even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important thing that they motivated you to live good lives? If you were only good in life because you were expected a reward, were you really a good person? First one.
Perhaps there is some truth in that. What is your point?
Imagine? It's not hard to imagine. We see this in our daily lives. Are you going to abandon a lifetime of good character now that it matters most, just because you found out you were misled?
You are persuasive. Very well. I will let you live, and you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while, and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs.
Wow.
Go.
Good de-escalation, I guess, on our part. Where was he? Was he up there? He's all the way up there. Okay. Alright. Ah, shit. Really? Oh boy! I made a dumb mistake! I made a very dumb mistake! Oh, we gotta go! Oh, we gotta go! Come on! Oh my god! Oops. Well, so much for him researching the foundations of his people. That place is gone. It's going. It's not... my bad. I forgot it was in front of me. Oh, no. Well, good news is if I die, it all goes back to the way it was. All right. Hi, friend.
Ah, you've returned.
How's it going?
Good to see you again, friend. Did you find what you need?
Yes, I did.
I enjoyed our chat.
Alright. Acre, how dare you? A good man just died. A man that was learning. A changing human. They were expanding their worldview. And we snuffed their life out! Okay. Alright. Well, back up to the surface where I bet all hell has absolutely broken loose. He'll be back next loop. Unfortunately, less than enlightened, but what can you do? Right? We tried. An effort was made. So... what time is it? What day is it? Where's the Temple of Apollo? Oh, it's getting close to evening, I think. Is it not?
May Apollo keep you safe.
Where is... oh, this is the Temple of Apollo. This is the Temple of Apollo. There is a secret in here, allegedly. A keyhole? Oh, an old chest. Navia's treatment notes. That's not it. I don't think that's it at all. Yulia? Why are you crying?
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
You were wandering around earlier.
All right. Goodbye.
That's all good. That is fine. This is the Temple of Apollo. Right? And we have a key now. Key to the oh, okay, maybe it is just this then. Well, then I already had that key.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Thank you. He had it coming. He cute. No, it wasn't.
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
Certainly.
So I've learned a lot. Nope, never mind.
Fortuna guide you.
I don't know. We need arrows. We're gonna need more arrows. We're gonna need a lot of arrows. Especially now that we have this thing. We're gonna be able to go down into the cisterns. That's the turlets. Go back that way, that's turlets. It's all turlets all the way down. Where's the obelisk? It mentioned an obelisk. Oh! Hi. Hello. Fountain. I got an achievement for something there, but I'm not sure what. Where's the obelisk? There's supposed to be a destroyed obelisk somewhere around this temple, but I do not know where it is. I do not see it. I hear that wind a whipping though. I'll take those. Yes, free money. There's also arrows around here somewhere, I was told. Do you have arrows? Do either of you have arrows? No? Alright, thanks anyways. I don't want to do the murder thing right now. Something's gonna happen that's gonna trigger the event. But I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh. Interesting. Where'd that come from? What's back here? Creative way into the upper cistern. Upper cistern, huh? Okay. Alright, so we have 2 methods of entering the cistern, but we only have one that's really open to us right now. Okay, here's an obelisk. Missing piece, missing piece. We're going to hold on to all 4 missing pieces until we can turn them in. So there's the obelisk. We know where that is. Alright, we still don't quite know how to solve the situation with, what was it, Naveen? Navira? I think it was Navira. I'm not sure what to do about this regard. She's in there breaking all the shit. But allegedly, there is a way. What do I do about you? There has to be like a utility, a tool that I have not yet unlocked. Something? Yeah, that was a Hail Mary. Well, what? How? Why? A newbie playing Rock of Ages? Ha!
Ave.
Ave! Okay, friend. Talk to me.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
We haven't really spoken since day 1.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the Golden Rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
Well, I couldn't stop it from being broken.
Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time.
I'll do my best.
I assume you've sought me out again for a reason?
Kind of. Can we talk about who's gonna break the Golden Rule?
Of course. What is it?
I've already figured out how to stop at least one person from breaking it. What happens now?
Well, if you stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else about to break it still.
It really is just a cascading
Allow me to
effect, right?
explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the Golden Rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox, you see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here, obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself.
Oh, that's kind
So
of
the fact that
good.
you are still here means someone is going to break the golden rule, and there is yet work to do. Understand?
That was weird. Okay. So the fact that you're still here means someone's about to break the golden rule and yes, there's work to do. I think so. I think I understand.
Excellent. So, it looks like you'll have to continue your investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Can you release Dooley, please?
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
I am, but what exactly did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
It was not so long ago, during the Republic. The law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities.
Oh, come
Here,
on.
We see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most
You're not
importantly,
being
he
kind.
is able to